Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day. I can feel myself already tripping over my words. But today we're talking about my favorite fall eyeshadow palettes. Now we talk about palettes a lot. We're not that surprised about the topic of this video. We talk about palettes all the time. But today's video is inspired by a video from Kelly Gooch. She did a video on her favorite fall eyeshadow palettes. So I decided I was going to pick out 6 of mine today. I don't want to do too many. I'm going to pick out 6 palettes I think are perfect for the fall season coming up, especially if you're looking for something new in your collection that might be outside of your normal color scheme. And without any further ado guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, before we get started, these are my personal opinions. We disagree on anything. It's cool, it's just makeup, it's not that serious. And I kept it pretty short and sweet to this video, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started with the first one, which is a newer palette. We did just do like a first impressions video on this palette, but I'm thinking about doing more videos wearing it and stuff so you can see how like different it looks, because there's so many different looks you can get out of it. But I chose the new Sigma Untamed palette. Now this is the palette, has like velvet packaging on it, and I just think it's super pretty. Now again, I think for fall vibes, I was thinking about the reds and the greens and kind of the mustardy shades, even the blacks. It does have a couple like lighter colors that make you think of summer, but like a lot of these kind of colors are really nice for fall, and I think it's a really nice versatile palette. You want a green look, you want a blue look, you want a pink look, you want a purple look, you want a warm look, you want a mustard look, you want a red look. You can do whatever you want with this palette. I do have an affiliate code with Sigma. You can use my link or code porcelain10 to save money off of Sigma, but either way, even if you don't use that code, it's like a really pretty palette. I actually really enjoy the shimmer formula. It's very metallic and like solid like pigment. There's no like, you can't see through the shadow, which I really enjoy in a lot of shimmer metallic formulas, and the mattes are very well pressed as well. Not too much kickback in the pan and easy to build up. Next up is rather expensive, but like whew, I love it. So this is the Melt Cosmetics Rust palette. I always, when a palette's expensive, I try to think, is it worth that price tag? And for me, this one totally is. Now, you may choose the Urban Decay Naked Heat over this palette. For me, I like this more because it's more of like a burnt tone, less red to it. So here is the inside of the Rust palette. It's inspired by the Rust stack. But I feel like the stacks, like it's kind of a weird storage situation, these little things. So I prefer like a palette, and to me this one's pretty because it has like the yellowy shade, it has like a mustardy shade in here. I love this shimmer. Let me just feel it for you. I'll swatch it out for you so you can see how pretty it is. It's so metallic and wet looking, and I just love that you can mix any of these colors together, even the warm ones, like down here, to any of these, and it just looks perfect. Now the peach is a little bit out of place to me in this palette, but other than that though, it's a beautiful palette, like color scheme. The color schemes from Melt are just like beautiful color stories that I personally probably wouldn't have thought of myself, but I'm really glad this is here. Like maybe change the peach out for a green, and this would be like unstoppable, but the formula is so nice. Melt Cosmetics is a hit or miss. Some are good, some are bad. This one's definitely a hit. I just love it so much. I make the same look every time I use this palette, but I don't dislike that at all. I think it's really nice. I'm just gonna rant and say how these are nice this entire video, aren't I? Okay, so I did 2 kind of expensive palettes. Let me do 2 cheaper, more affordable palettes before we do 2 more high-end palettes again. But firstly, the Artemis palette by Alter Ego. You guys know I'm an Alter Ego affiliate for both of these 2 palettes from Alter Ego that I'm picking for this video. You can use code porcelain or my link and save money off of Alter Ego. And I'm not just saying that because it is an affiliate code. I'm not gonna act like it's not. But like I genuinely love affordable stuff that acts like it's not affordable stuff. Now these 2 palettes I picked out for affordable stuff are dupes for fancy brands. So this is a dupe for the Metropolis palette, which is like $100 and something. This is like $18 when you use the code. It's so pretty. It's bigger than the other palettes. We did do a review of this palette and it's just so cute. Like, I'm not too familiar with the Natasha Denona. I think Natasha Denona makes the Metropolis palette. Her formula is weird for me because I do have the original one, and I think it's like a weird creaminess. This is like basically the same exact palette, slightly less creamy, so much easier to pick up on a blending brush. And I just think this color scheme is great for fall because you have the warm tones, you have a ton of beautiful gold shimmers in here, you have greens, you have darker shades. Of course, you want to go lighter in here. There's tons of different lighter options you can use. But to me, you can make whatever kind of look you want with this. And the formula is so identical to hers, other than like slightly less wet, that it's really interesting because it's a different kind of formula I'm not used to working with. And for me, that makes it a lot more fun than me just doing the same thing over and over again. Me testing out new formulas is nice. And this palette's a great color scheme for fall. The other one I chose from them is not a shock. You've been on my channel for a while. I ride or die for this palette, like affordable palette or not. I'm thinking about getting the like I think it is Natasha Denona again, the Natasha Denona Gold palette, because this is the dupe for the Gold palette. But I'm like, it can't be better, because I've tried the real ones versus the fake ones before, and it could be better than this one. I also love the heavy magnetic packaging on this, but this is Goddess by Alter Ego. This is what it looks like. And this is really affordable with the code and everything, but like, oh, I just love the mustardy yellowy shades in here. Like the goldy yellowy shades in here. I never use this blue or this blue ever. And then like you have the icier shades in here, and these cool tone browns are just so easy, and there's a mustard. Like, this is the palette that I've probably, like, it's probably my top 3 palettes I've used the most this year. Obviously I do test out palettes all the time, and I trying new stuff all the time, so I don't really hit pan on stuff like some people do. But like this color scheme, other than the 2 blues, which I never use, I really enjoy it. Like, there's some palettes where I use like 2 or 3 shades. Alright, let's be honest. There's most palettes where I use like the same 4 or 5 shades, right? This one I actually reached into all of them pretty much, except for like 2, like I said. Alright, lastly, I chose 2 Urban Decay palettes that I thought were really nice. One is full price, mostly goes on sale once in a while, and the other one goes on sale all the time. So let's start out with the one that like you guys think I'm gonna recommend to you, because like you know how I feel about yellow eyeshadow. Naked Honey. I'm so late to the game, right? Because I knew I had tons of yellows in my collection. I didn't get this forever because like I have these shades. But I didn't have these shades. So this is Naked Honey's packaging. You've probably seen it everywhere. It's one of, I think it's one of Urban Decay's best palettes. Here's the inside of the palette. Now they are all very similar. Usually with the Naked palettes, there's a ton of very similar shades in here. But to me, I love the mix of the mattes and the mix of the slightly brighter shimmers. I think it makes the lid pop really well. And here is the inside of the palette. I just think it's so pretty. Like, let's swatch a shimmer for you. Here's a gold, and let's do more of like the bronzier shade down here. They're just, it's one of those metallic formulas that don't look super glittery, just looks super wet and beautiful on the lid, and I love this one. Like, it's one of Urban Decay's best. The packaging on it's also very nice, and like gold chocolate bar melty goodness. Alright guys, so lastly for the palettes, again this is another Urban Decay palette. It is the Urban Decay Born to Run. This is the one that goes on sale all the time. This one goes on sale, it's originally like 40 something dollars. Sometimes you can get on sale for like 25. I'll leave all these palettes linked down below for you, but just in case this is on sale at the time we're posting this or the time you see this video. But the Born to Run is so cute. Now this is one of those palettes, I have decluttered this once and repurchased it because I missed it, and now I'm not using it again. I just have so many fall palettes. That's why I want to condense it down to 6 for this video. But to me, this is a unique color story that not every fall palette has, because it does have pinks, it does have purples, it does have blues. But it's definitely with the darker tones. These top shades right here make it so easy to blend any of these darker colors together like really nicely. The blending on these is fantastic. I love it. There is some mixed reviews on it, but personally I quite enjoy it. I just love using like the brown shades in here and then throwing like a green over the lid. This is one of my favorite like bluey green kind of colors, and the oranges in here are really nice as well, which oranges are a color I use all the time. I just don't really use the pink ones or the purple, but mostly like this palette is super cute. I need to get more use out of it because I do neglect it, but it is a really great quality palette, which is why I'm willing to recommend it to you. Also, the packaging on this is very nice. I really like the size of it. Anyways, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like this was a very short and sweet to the point kind of video, but these are all really great palettes. Let me rank them for you. Let me rank them for why did I want to rank these again? Okay. Number 1, I'm going to pick Rust, even though it's stupid expensive. Number 2, I'm going to pick Naked Honey because it's really cute. Number 3, I'm going to pick Goddess. Do I need to get the real version of that too? I don't know, because I feel like I would still use the dupe one because it's easier to like recommend to people. Number 4, we chose Artemis, which is really pretty, and we chose the Sigma Untamed palette, and lastly, the Born to Run. So 5 and 6. So overall, I mean, all these are really great palettes. There's tons more I could recommend you. I consider doing like Queen of Hearts and everything. I just don't want to do like a staple orange palette, a staple red palette. I want to do something that has like a good mix of things that you can get for fall with a ton of different like hues to it, which I think all these have. So anyways, other than Naked Honey, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please let me know your favorite fall palette in the comments section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe out there, and I'll see you later. Bye.